National Justice Museum, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own sugar mice from home. It's a lovely little tutorial, really easy to follow with your little ones, and it's nice and quick as well, so it doesn't take much at all. So traditionally sugar mice were given as gifts. You might find them in a child's Christmas stocking or something like that, usually accompanied by some fruit like some clementines and by wooden toys. For this recipe, you're going to need some chocolate drops or sprinkles that you can use as the eyes, some strawberry laces to use as the mice's tails, 1 egg white which has to be beaten or whisked until it's nice and fluffy, 350 grams of icing sugar, and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. We're going to get our icing sugar and we're going to get our egg whites and we're going to mix them together in the bigger bowl. Once you've stirred it in a little bit, it might still look really powdery, but don't worry, just add a teaspoon of lemon juice and stick with it. Now you will have washed your hands before starting, and it's really important that you do that, but you need to wash your hands again because you're going to put your hands into the bowl now and make it into a nice big ball of icing by mixing it together. So once you've been getting your hands in there, getting really nice and sticky, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Just a big ball of icing. Doesn't look much like a mouse at the moment, but don't worry, because that's what we're going to do next. So what you need to do is ask one of your grown-ups to wipe down the surface for you so it's nice and clean, and then you need to get some icing sugar. And you just need to sprinkle it all over the top, and then we're going to separate some little balls off and we're going to make the mice in little sections. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a nice clean worktop, I've got icing sugar ready to go, and I've got my ball of icing just here. So the first thing that you want to do is break a little bit off around the size of a walnut. It's about this big, and we're going to roll it in our hands like this. Get it nice and warm, and then it's more able to mould. So then you keep moving it just like this, so that you can see it's getting a little bit of a pointy nose at the end of it. And they're not all going to look the same, but that's okay. Now it's up to you if you want to make little mice or big mice. Mine are going to be quite small, I think. So I'm going to just keep playing with it until I'm happy. And I think that looks okay to me. And we're just going to pop him down here for now. Now if you've used all of that sugar, you're probably going to have a lot of icing, so get your grown-ups to help you out. Make lots of little mice or some really big mice if you want to, and then I will show you how to put some ears, tails and eyes onto them. Okay, so once you've got rid of all of your icing, you should find that you've got something that looks a little bit like this. Now you can see here that I've got little mice and big mice and mice of all shapes and sizes. You can make them all the same, or you can make them all a little bit different, it's up to you. And I've even put little ears on the left row. So to do that, all you need to do is just pinch the top of the icing like that, and then just smooth it out, and then just make sure the nose is nice and long again, and that makes your little ears for you. You can also use some leftover icing if you've got some and want to do it that way. Now I've only done a few with ears because I want to show you how to make the tails and the eyes now, so just stay tuned. Okay, so as you can see, I've added lots of little tails to mine now, and all I've used is strawberry laces. So get your bowl that's filled with them just like this, and all you need to do to add a tail is make sure they're about this long, so only small, depending on how big your mouse is. And you just flip one over, stick it to the bottom, make sure you press it in nice and hard like that, and your mouse has got a tail for you. Now the chocolate drops and things like that, you can use them to add eyes. If you've got sprinkles, you can do that too. You can make them as weird and wonderful as you like. I'm not going to put any chocolate on mine because it's really, really warm today and I think it might melt. So I'm going to leave mine as they are. So the next thing that you need to do is just pop them onto some baking paper, parchment, and on a tray. So get your grown-ups to do this bit because this is the boring bit. And then you leave them overnight in the fridge, and then they will set really nicely, and then they are ready to eat in the morning. Okay, and here we go. So this is what you might have something like on your tray at home. Now, some people like to use food colouring, they like to use flavouring and all sorts of things so they can have all types of different mice. I haven't done that today just because I know it's really hard for grown-ups at the moment to get hold of things. So we're just going to leave it as this, and you can make it no matter what you've got at home. Okay, so that is all there is to it. Nice and easy. And make sure you share your mice with us online. Get your grown-ups to go and share your creations with us over on our pages. And thank you very, very much. I hope you've enjoyed it.